Good evening. 5 teenagers are tonight under arrest in relation to the stabbing death of a Queensland grandmother in a shopping centre car park. Only 9 News was there as police swarmed.
And tonight we can bring you the first emotional interview with Vilene White's family, who are opening up about this senseless killing to Nine's A Current Affair.
A teenage fugitive in handcuffs.
What do you have to say to Vilene White's family?
On the run for almost 2 days, but this afternoon police swarmed the 16-year-old's home and marched him down his driveway.
What do you have to say about what you and your friends did? Are you tough preying on an innocent grandmother?
This is how the major manhunt came to an end. Almost a dozen police, including specialist officers, arriving quietly with no sirens or lights to this home at Bellbird Park. Inside, a young male wanted over the stabbing of 70-year-old Vilene White.
G'day guys, Chaos Chronicles. Alright, so nothing makes me more pissed off than this shit. I'm not going to lie. They're going to sit there and try and tell you that this is a community problem and we need to do something about it. It's not a community problem. Like, my kids, my children aren't going to go out today and rob a grandma to try and steal her car and stab her to death. My kids aren't going to do that. Do you know why? Because they learn at fucking home what is right and what is wrong. You can't sit there and try and tell me that this is a community problem. It is out of control. We can literally stop this stuff from happening if parents just knew and had their eyes open to what is actually happening with their children when they go outside. Like, this is definitely something that can be stopped. Like, you know, children, if you can tell your children right from wrong and know what it's actually like walking outside these fucking doors today for these teenagers, and you get involved with your children, this shit would not be happening. You can stop this shit from happening at home. It is not a community problem. If you don't know what your children are up to when they leave the house, you're a shit parent. That is all I'm saying. And this is definitely a fucking problem that can be solved at home and stopped at home. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we do need programs in schools and stuff where you get ex-prisoners and stuff like me coming in telling these kids what is right and what is wrong. Do you know what I mean? So they actually know what is right and what is wrong and what is, you know, just to let these kids know that, you know, no one's going to praise them in prison for carrying a fucking machete and killing a grandma. You know, it's not a community problem. It is not. This is something that can be stopped at home. I don't care what anyone says. My kids ain't going to go out that door today and rob a poor grandma of her car and stab her to death. They're just not going to do that. Do you know why? Because they know right from wrong. 100% know right from wrong. Like, nothing actually makes my blood boil more than this. And all I can say is, it doesn't matter. People are going to say, oh, they're just going to go to juvie, this and that, which they will, and they'll probably get a long time for this, and they'll serve their time out in juvie until they get to adult prison, old enough to get to adult prison. But let me tell you something right now. Them boys, although they will probably get welcomed in by their own race, there are going to be, you know, some young boys there that are willing to make a name for themselves from when they get to prison. And I can tell you right now that each 5 of these boys is gonna have a horrible existence inside prison. It is not a very, very looked nice upon thing, killing grandmas, especially when they are preyed upon like that, like a pack of wild fucking dogs. And I say that with every single intent of that word, dog, because that's all yous kids are. That's what yous are. Yous are dogs. You know, I don't care. To me, you are in the same category as a bunch of fucking pedophiles. If you're going to set upon an old lady like that, God knows what yous would do to children. Do you know what I mean? And there are going to be other people inside prison that are 100 million trillion % going to have my same fucking point of view. And I can tell you right now that, yeah, these boys are going to have a horrible existence in jail, and rightly fucking so.
I am also the guy who decides if you and your friends walk out of here or not.